Shalum. Shalom and welcome. Welcome to Endtime Reflections. If you're tuning in for the first time, my name is Symmanayah, and these are the words I'm compelled to present before an awakening set-apart nation. To those who seek to do the will of the Almighty Creator, the Almighty Father Yahuah. In the name of Yahusha, I come to you. This is the 63rd installment of Endtime Reflections. Again, I say welcome to you. In this installment, I present the case why the time is now for us to be awakened to the purpose we have been created to accomplish, highlighting the words renewed and fueled to act. My brothers and sisters, when we begin to discern the realities of our relationship with the Almighty Father Yahuah through His Word Yahusha Mashyach, through His set-apart spirit working in us as a result of His drawing power, our life experiences will begin to change phenomenally. But before I continue, let me say this. The views expressed in these podcasts do not necessarily reflect the views of the owners, managers, and or shareholders of this media platform. Now take a moment and ask yourself, what are your expectations as we move through these end times? What do you anticipate as we witness uncertainty grow across the planet? What questions do you have regarding how to live each day during these uncertain times? Have you ever considered with each breath, with each action that results in the atoning power of the Lamb, the blood of the Lamb, Yahusha, have you ever considered that this brings us to a state of renewal? Thus, renewed and fueled to act is something to realize that just might add light to things that are unclear. In other words, my brothers and sisters, do you think we get renewal by the blood of the Lamb just for the fun of it? Or are we renewed and fueled with His Spirit to act? Are there things that He expects from us? Let me read the following. John 6:44 says, "No one is able to come to me unless the Father who sent me draws him, and I shall raise him up in the last days." So if many of you have not realized, it is written that it is the Father who draws us to Yahushua Mashiach, who is His Word manifest before us. If we are looking for guidance from the Almighty Father, it would be wise to accept that it must come through Yahushua HaMashiach. It states no one can come unto the Father except through Him. Ponder on these words when looking for answers during these trying times, my brothers and sisters. Let me also read John 12:32. "And I, if I am lifted up from the earth, shall draw all men to myself." If we desire to witness the final exodus, which requires a gathering of the saints of Abba Yahuah, it would be wise to identify who's drawing us and to whom and where. I submit to you it is Yahushua Mashiach, and we lift Him up by walking in obedience to Him. Obedience to the words, as the scriptures as they are made alive. Obedience to His Spirit working in us, through us, one towards another. Let me also read John 14:25 and 26. "These words I've spoken to you while still with you. But the Helper, the set-apart Spirit, whom the Father shall send in my name, He shall teach you all and remind you all that I've said to you." My brothers and sisters, you see it says here, the Helper, the set-apart Spirit, whom the Father, who is Yahuah, sent, and He said my name, Yahusha's name. Many desire to learn but fail to realize that in the midst of so many different teachings and versions of scriptures that it requires discerning the living presence of the Spirit of our teacher, whom the Almighty Father sent in Yahusha's name. This identifies His Word manifest before us, in us, and working through us one towards another. In Romans 12:2, it says, "Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, so that you prove what is that good and well-pleasing and perfect desire of the Almighty One." transformed by the renewing of your mind. What do you think that means, my brothers and sisters? Could it be akin to being renewed and fueled to act? Because it says, so that you prove. Is that not speaking of an action? Who among us realize that the renewing of our minds comes from recognizing the power of the atoning blood of the Lamb, Yahushua? When we stumble, when we fall, when we make a mistake, and repent and seek forgiveness through the power and the blood of the Lamb, and yield to His set-apart spirit stirring within us. It is through His atoning blood that we are cleansed and able to press forward renewed. Are you not aware in Revelation 7 chapter 14 verse, we said to Him, Master, you know, and He said to me, these are those coming out of the great distress. Some versions will say tribulation. Having washed their robes and made them white in the blood of the Lamb. The blood of the Lamb, my brothers and sisters, makes us renewed and fueled to act. Proverbs 14:26 say, in the fear of Yahuah is strong trust, and His children have a place of refuge. Pray and watch, my brothers and sisters, as end times ramp up. Refuge will definitely be something sought after. Choose wisely. Seek to identify how you are renewed with the strength and power to press into that place of refuge. Matthew 5:43-45. Come with me, please, to Matthew 5:43-45. It says, you heard that it was said, you shall love your neighbor and hate your enemy. But I say to you, love your enemies, bless those cursing you, do good to those hating you, and pray for those insulting you and persecuting you, so that you become sons of your Father in the heavens, because He makes His sun rise on the wicked and on the good, and sends rain on the righteous and on the righteous. Some will throw this verse out thinking that you're supposed to be passive, my brothers and sisters. We are not supposed to be passive. Loving your neighbor, loving those who hate you, is doing what is good. What is good in the eyes of the Almighty Father. You see, the Almighty Father loves us. And look what all He's done throughout the Scriptures. He's brought deliverance. He's slain nations. He's brought healings. He's brought understanding and wisdom. So when I say love your neighbor, it's love your neighbor as the Most High desires us to do. And that's doing what's best. Doing what's best may be giving, may be comforting, may be strengthening. Doing what's best may be purging and coming away. Same goes for your enemies. Loving your enemies does not mean be passive. You love them enough to demonstrate what is righteous before them and what is right. Don't say, because you're an enemy, I can't touch you. I can't be around you. For He prepares our table in the midst of our enemies, as it is written. This occurs. Look at us now, my brothers and sisters. Notice that He said He makes the sun rise on the wicked and on the good, and sends the rain on the righteous and unrighteous. Many people fail to realize that there will be brothers and sisters that will be caught up in the midst of widespread destruction and death. There will be brothers and sisters that will experience pain as well as comfort. There will be those delivered and those delivered to the grave to sleep and wait to judgment day. Remember, refuge will become something desired strongly. This means we will find ourselves among individuals who just might be strangers, my brothers and sisters. You see, the realities of what's ahead are important. We must endeavor to realize that we are renewed and fueled to act. Act, for there is much work ahead of us. Come with me as I read Revelation 12:10 and 11. It reads as follows. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now have come the deliverance and the power and the reign of our Almighty One and the authority of His Messiah. For the accuser of our brothers who accused them before our Almighty One day and night has been thrown down. And they overcame him because of the blood of the Lamb and because of the word of their witness, and they did not love their lives to death. You see, my brothers and sisters, there's power in the blood of the Lamb. There are actions that occur as a result of the blood of the Lamb. And it is for a purpose, so that we are endowed with the power to fulfill what is expected, what is ordered. Acts 20:28. Turn with me to Acts 20:28. It reads, "Therefore take heed to yourselves and to all the flock among the set-apart Spirit has made you overseers, the shepherd, the assembly of the Almighty One, which he has purchased with his own blood." It's saying here the Almighty One has purchased with his own blood. Could this not confirm that Yahuah and Yahusha are one? I am compelled to believe this is one of many verses that confirms that they are one. Let me continue. I want you to come with me now to Ephesians chapter 1, verse 3 through 14. Ephesians chapter 1, verse 3 through 14. It reads, "Blessed be the Almighty One and Father of our Master Yahushua Messiah, who has blessed us with every spiritual blessing in the heavenlies in Messiah, even as he chose us in him before the foundation of the world, that we should be set apart and blameless before him in love, having previously ordained us to adoption as sons through Yahushua Messiah to himself, according to the good pleasure of his desire, to the praise of the esteem of his favor, with which he favored us in the beloved, in whom we have redemption through his blood, the forgiveness of trespasses, according to the riches of his favor, which he has lavished on us in all wisdom and insight, having made known to us the secret of his desire, according to his good pleasure, which he purposed in him, to administer at the completion of time, together in one, all in Messiah, both which are in the heavens and which are on the earth in him, in whom also we did obtain inheritance, being previously ordained according to the purpose of him, working all matters according to the counsel of his desire, for us to be the praise of his esteem, those having first trusted Messiah, in whom you also, having heard the word of truth, the good news of your deliverance, in whom also, having believed, you were sealed with the set-apart Spirit of promise, who is the pledge of our inheritance until the redemption of the purchased possession, to the praise of his esteem." My brothers and sisters, behold the hand of the Almighty Father Yahuah. He is rising before us. We will recognize the purpose of his discipline. We will recognize his promised vengeance and wrath. There will be deliverance, and we will witness truly that we are renewed and fueled to act. We will be energized and equipped for accomplishing the task ahead. Be encouraged, my brother, my sister, my family. Instructions will magnify before us. Instructions will come with power, proof, and evidence. We will see true chosen, appointed ones that will lead the set-apart, rising nation back to the promised land, that will provide leadership in growth and maturity and set-apartness. What say you, my brothers and sisters? Do you believe that you are renewed and fueled to act? Are you prepared to respond to the set-apart calling of the Almighty Father? Choose wisely, my brothers and sisters. The days are before us when we will not have the opportunities to go back and correct what was wrongfully done. But we can focus forward. We can get under the blood of the Lamb. We could rise up renewed, refreshed by the blood of the Lamb, pressing into the salvation that is before us. Choose carefully, prayerfully, and wisely, my brothers, again. Wisely, my brothers and sisters. Again, our deliverance comes, and it comes in the midst of being renewed and fueled to act. Something is stirring within us, and we will demonstrate what is in, will come without, our life, our actions, our behaviors, our characteristics will be refined by the power and might of the Spirit of Yahuah sent in Yahusha's name. His words will come alive before us. On that note, I say to you, my brothers and sisters, continue to be encouraged. Lift your heads up with the strength and power given by our Yahuah in the name of Yahusha. I come to you as your brother. My name is Symmanayah, and I say to you, stay tuned. There's much more to come, for there's work to be done. In the name of Yahusha, hear these words, O Yashar'al. Again, my name is Symmanayah, and I say to you, Shalum.